Welcome children. We are going to study a new topic today, that is chemical change and chemical bond. Okay, there are many substances around us which are formed because of chemical changes. The main thing is our food. Our food is formed because of, or either it is produced because of photosynthesis, and photosynthesis is the chemical change. Okay, so we have to study about the chemical changes and how these substances are formed, and due to chemical changes varieties of substances are seen around us. So first let's study about the physical change and then we will go to the chemical change. Okay, so physical change means when a change occurs, that time again a new substance is formed, but because of this new substance there is no new chemicals are formed, that is no new substance or new property of a substance is formed. The property remains same, but what happens here, the state changes. The state of the substance changes due to either absorption of heat or either release of heat. Okay, so here the physical changes only takes place due to heat. The matter of heat in them uh, expands the bond or either the contracts the bond which is there in between them. Okay, that is, the chemical bond is there in between them, but this chemical bond is expanded or either it is contract due to heat, and this type of change we call it as physical change. So there are many physical changes occurring in our nature around us, and these physical changes are reversible change. That means we can get the substance back again. For example, ice. Okay, melting of ice. When ice melts, that time we get water. That means ice is in liquid state and water is in, ice is in solid state and water is in liquid state. Okay, so only what has changed here is solid state to liquid state. The water has remained, that is the molecule of water has remained the same, H2O. H2O has not changed. So the melting of ice, melting process, all the melting process is a physical change, because we are going to get the same substance again. Only what changes is the nature, their state. Freezing. When water freezes, what happens here? We remove out the heat from the substance. We remove out the heat from the water. That means their bond, the molecules of water comes close to each other. That time they change their state from liquid to solid. Okay. Melting of wax. When a candle is burned or lit, that time you will find the wax starts melting. So that again that wax solidifies when it is cooled. Dissolving. When we dissolve sugar in water or either we dissolve salt in water, you will find water has changed its taste. Okay, but salt has not. But even though here no new substance is formed, if you keep this salt solution in the sun, in a plate, you will find the water evaporates and salt remains back. That means we are going to get again the reverse process. We can make this process reverse. Next is evaporation. Evaporation of water into the ocean. As water falls down due to rain, it comes to the earth and the same water is evaporated because of the sun. So we get the water cycle because of the process of evaporation. So that change is also called as physical change because it is reversible change. Next is the boiling. It is the same thing. Boiling and evaporation is the same thing, but this evaporation is fast evaporation because of we are providing large quantity of heat. So physical changes means the changes which can be reversible. We can reverse back. We can get the same substance back again and again. Again and again we can form this substance back. Next changes is the chemical change. In chemical changes, many of the examples we can give here in chemical changes. You also have to try to give this type of examples. Once the change occurs, it is not reversible. Okay, once the substance have changed, the substance remains different. That means it remains the same. That means here a new substance is formed due to chemical change. From a original substance, a new substance is formed. For example, iron. Iron means lokhand. Okay, This iron, when it is kept in the moist air or either outside to your home without paint and all, you will find this iron is rusted. It corrodes. This rusting of iron is a chemical change. You will not get back the iron. Same thing, there are many examples here, and I have got some of those for you. I'll show you some of our household items which shows chemical changes. Here are some of those things what I have taken from home. These are the iron nails. Okay, these are new iron nails. You can see they are new. And those iron nails are rusted. Okay, rusted iron nails. We say guns, no? That is, these are rusted. So this is a chemical change. Here iron has reacted with oxygen. So it has got the rust on it. And this iron, still it will take time to react with oxygen if I leave it as it is. Okay, next is the example of an apple. You could see the apple which is cut. Before it was pure white, and now it has got, slowly it is turning reddish in color, and afterwards as I leave it as it is, it will still turn its color, change its color to red, or either further it will become brown, because now the carbohydrates or the substance in the apple has started reacting with the oxygen from the atmosphere. So this reaction is a chemical change. We are not going to get the new apple back. Even though I have cut the apple, it is also a chemical change. Even though the whole apple is formed, the apple is formed or the fruit is formed, this is also a chemical change because of the change in the plants or either in the flower. Okay, the whole fruit. Okay, first this fruit was green in color, then it has turned to orange. This is an orange. It has turned to orange as there was a chemical change taking place in this fruit. So we have, first the fruit was raw, now it has become ripe, and this ripening process is because of the chemical change. Further, as I leave this fruit outside, what will happen? It will start rotting. So the rotting of the fruit or either the vegetable is also a chemical change. Okay, so next thing is, okay, you can identify what it is. It is curd. Okay, this curd is being made with milk. Okay, first the milk was sweet, now you will find the curd which has coagulated. No, it has become thick, solidified. Okay, so it has removed out solid substance and the water substance has got separated out and solid has got separated out. That means from here you will find protein has coagulated. This protein has coagulated because of the chemical reaction taking place in the milk. Now tomorrow I want again new curd. So what I'll do, I will take this culture. This will act as a culture and I'll add this in new milk. Okay, in a warm milk. And then again that milk is going to change into curd. Now this curd I will not able to make milk back. Okay, I will not get the milk back. I can get butter from it, I can get buttermilk from it, I can get ghee from it, but I will not get the same milk back. So this process or this change we call it as chemical change, where my original substance has completely changed and new substance is formed. Okay, next one more. You could see this bananas, it has changed its color. Okay, you will find it was before like that yellow, plain yellow, then it has started changing black in color. This is also a chemical change. Okay, chemical change within itself taking place in the fruits. There are some of the metals around us. See, this is a copper metal and it has reacted with hydrogen sulfide, that is sulfuric hydrogen sulfide gas from the atmosphere, and then it has started changing its color. Okay, so that is forming a salt on it. Now the silver, it is clean, but after some time if I leave it as it is going to change its color as black. Okay, so silver, it also reacts with some gases from the atmosphere that you have to find. which gas the silver reacts with the atmosphere. Okay, so again there is one more experiment. I have taken the lemon juice here, and then I will add some water in it. Yes, I'll add the lemon juice in it. Okay, this is acidic in nature. You have studied acid and bases. Okay, this is acidic in nature, and then I will add some, this I have baking soda, that is Na2 NaHCO3. Okay, that I will add in water. You have to see immediately what the reaction takes place. Okay, you will find bubbles appearing on that substance. Okay, you will find the bubbles appearing on the substance. See these bubbles? Those bubbles are the carbon dioxide gas. Okay, that is the carbon dioxide gas is released out. You will find carbon dioxide gas is released out during this reaction, that is the lemon juice and the soda. We call it as a soda, that is baking soda. Okay, NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate. It is called as sodium bicarbonate. You will find these bubbles of gas. It will keep on coming till the carbon dioxide starts reacting. So there are different types of chemical reactions. Even though cooking of rice, making dal, curry, all these are chemical reactions where once the reaction has taken place, again we are not going to get the same product back or same thing back. Okay, it is not the reversible, it is irreversible change. Okay, now what we have seen in that reactions, that is the citric acid, that is the lemon juice contains citric acid. As you know, we have studied in a previous lesson, that is lemon juice contains citric acid. We have added in that sodium bicarbonate, and the gas which is evolved, that is the carbon dioxide gas, and the leftover thing after the gas went out from that substance, whatever leftover thing is the salt. Okay, so we write the equation this way. Now I have shown you the reactions, but many times the reactions which are there around us cannot be shown again and again. So these reactions have to be written down. They have to be written down and then have to be understood. So while writing the reactions, we have to write the reactants. There are two things, reactants and the products. What was the reactant with us? That is the lemon juice, citric acid, as well as we have added sodium bicarbonate, that is the baking soda. And the products are formed. Two products are formed, that is carbon dioxide and salt. Okay, so these are, this which is written on the right hand side are called as products, and the thing which are written on the left hand side, these are called as reactants. Now every time reactants have to be written on left hand side and products have to be written on right hand side. There is an arrow towards the product. Okay, if the arrow is both the side, then this arrow is called as reversible arrow, reversible change. What reversible change? Water, then ice. Correct? Water can be changed to ice, ice can be changed to water. This is the reversible change. So for that we have to show arrow this way. So this is the physical change. But for chemical change, it is never reversible. So we show arrow only one side, that is towards the products. Products can be formed one, products can be formed two, or products can be formed many. So if there are many products as, so we keep on writing plus sign. Okay, and keep on writing the products. If reactants are there many, we write it with the help of plus sign. Okay, that is our addition sign. If they are acting, there is a heat taking place, or either if heat is required for the chemical reaction, then we show heat symbol here. Okay, that is a triangle. If carbon dioxide is released out, that means it is in the form of gas. So we show it in the form of upward arrow. Okay, and salt which is there, it will be shown in the form of downward arrow. That is, it is in the state of liquid. This salt is in the state of liquid, so we write it as aqueous. This you are going to study in the further classes, not this year, but what you have to remember here is reactants are written on the left hand side and products are written on the right hand side. Now again we will come back to the chemical reactions. What chemical reactions are? Again the same thing. They are not reversible. That means they are irreversible change. Different products are formed. New substances are formed due to chemical changes, due to chemical reactions. When we write an equation, this equation is written so that we can understand what changes takes place. Carbon plus oxygen, we write this way. You see, carbon plus oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide. Now this carbon dioxide gives carbon plus oxygen reacts with many types. When petrol is burned, that means when your vehicle is running and your petrol is burning, okay, that time it is in combustion. We say it is in combustion. So that time carbon dioxide is released out. This reaction takes place, okay, to give out carbon dioxide. When you are burning wood also has large quantity of carbon in it. So this carbon is released into the atmosphere and oxygen is already there in the atmosphere. So it mixes with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. When we burn any gas, we get carbon dioxide is released out. So all the burning process, all the combustion process gives out carbon dioxide, or either some other gases are also given out with it. But the main product, when organic substances are burned, we get carbon dioxide, and that is given into the atmosphere because it is in gaseous state. Okay, so these are all reactions. Now chemical changes are there and there are names of these chemical reactions. So first what we have learned is combustion. Combustion is the burning. Anything burning, that is they are in combustion. So what burns? Wood, leaves, cloth, your food, sugar, many things. If they burn, what will happen? Carbon will be released, carbon dioxide will be formed, as well as if these things are not there in that substance, hydrogen can be released, sulfur can be released, sulfur dioxide can be released out, sulfur monoxide can be released out. So different gases are released out as per the burning substance. Okay, so combustion is a chemical change. Decomposition. Decomposition is a chemical change. Microorganisms decompose the substance. We say that, correct? If leaves are fallen down on the ground, or either the dead animals are there, okay, you must have seen dead dog. It must have been thrown outside somewhere near the gutter or either at the side of the road. After 4 to 5 days, you will find it starts smelling and afterwards it disappears. Only the bones remains there. So what has happened actually? The microorganisms have decomposed that body, decomposed that dead substance. Okay, so where it has went, all the substances are separated out from that living body, and then if it is there in gases, it went into the gaseous form, and some of the substance remains that went into the soil to make the fertilizers. So that plant uses this decomposition as the compost or either the fertilizers. So combustion, decomposition, okay, these are all chemical changes. So there are natural chemical changes also and man-made chemical changes also, that we will study afterwards. What I want you to find out, different chemical changes taking place in your house. Find out that, write the names, okay, and make the list of some of the chemical changes in your surrounding. Okay, thank you.